Hey everybody, I've been informed that these 5-minute videos are going a heck of a lot better than the 30-minute videos, so we're going to do another one. So just so you know, if you don't get the vidette, Jeff Warba did a great job on page 3 of the May 19th edition of the vidette, kind of filling us in for general community members on what this is all about. He took a lot of the information right off the website at beecher200u.com under the referendum information. So I strongly recommend reading his article. Like I said, great work. I think go to the website. Secondly, I've had people asking about these guys in everybody's yards. What is this all about? Again, Yes in June is all about the referendum, making sure that we continue to have great schools for our students. And that's where that is. So again, if you would like a yard sign, you're more than welcome to reach out to any one of those referendum committee members. Send me an email at referendum@beecher200u.org to request one, or you can actually reach out to one of our board members. They obviously know how to get a hold of me as well. So again, looking for that support. So to kind of recap one of the questions that we continue to hear, it's a great question. I will make sure everybody's aware of it. So a lot of people are asking, if I vote no, does that mean the air conditioning stops? And I know one of the other videos I talked about this, but I want to reiterate this all again. That whole idea of operating costs and reserves. The air conditioning is, again, not air conditioning, it's HVAC. It's a whole ventilation system, and it's at the elementary and it's at the high school. That has already been earmarked. It's coming out of the reserves. It has nothing to do with your operating costs. It has nothing to do with this referendum. If we didn't do this HVAC project, we still would require a referendum. It just would have kicked the can down the road, a couple years. And so instead of making our students suffer in the sweltering heat, and even during the winter times where it gets cold because our boilers were already out of date and we would have had to buy boilers anyways, this year we decided to make that conscious choice to put these systems in place. And so that's where that's coming from. So no, this has nothing to do with HVAC. That has nothing to do with the board approving a project they can fund. I assure you that I provided the numbers to them. There was money in the reserves that allowed them to make this decision, which was in the best interest of our students. This referendum is all about classes, opportunities, and staffing. So when we ask for that number at 575, again, right now at the 2020 level, it's at 635. That includes the bond. And again, we talked about this before. Bonds are just like interest payments. So, I have a house I borrowed. It's a loan. I'm paying off my house. Okay. And as someone in the community, I have a house mortgage. I have a mortgage. I have a mortgage. I have a mortgage. Well, the school district's mortgage is done. So the taxpayers are no longer using part of their tax money to go to that mortgage. So that payment's gone. So if you were to look at your 2020 statement, your tax statement, you would see the 635. That includes that mortgage payment. That mortgage payment is gone. So what we're saying is, now that mortgage payment's gone, take some of that money instead of just putting the money away. Take some of that money and reinvest it back into the kids, directly to kids. And I can't stress that enough. This is operational cost. So everything that you then put back into this program, which is that 575, if you don't let it go down to the 489 or 490, if you allow some of that 635, instead of going all the way back down here, if you allow us to come back up around this range, it allows us not only to maintain staff sizes, but also to continue to address the needs that we have across the district. We don't want to go back to where we were even 15, 16 years ago, where we had to cut staff and start losing opportunities for our students. I don't want to do that. I want to continue to build on the greatness that I see already working here in Beecher. So that's where we're at. So again, reiterate, the referendum, the 575 has nothing to do with HVAC. It's not if you don't pass it, we don't get it. That's not it. This is all about creating opportunities for kids by reinvesting money into operational costs, which is the year-to-year investments. And again, I don't want to get into the weeds, but everything continues to go up in price. And as a general rule of thumb in a tax cap district, I can't match that. I just can't. It's not allowed. So I'm asking, borderline begging our taxpayers to understand as a school district for our kids, we need to address that operating cost. We need to address the revenue coming into the school district that has only increased over a decade. I think $600,000 total over a decade, and that's for everything across the board. So that's where we're at. Again, questions, referendum@beechertunerU.org. If you want to sign, talk to any one of the referendum committee meetings members, or email me at that referendum@beechertunerU.org. It goes directly to me. It just is a separate email account, so it doesn't inundate the my email address. And or talk to a board member. They obviously know how to get a hold of me. If you have any questions, or if you want to see other videos, you can go to our YouTube page at the Beecher 200U. Go to youtube.com, search Beecher 200U. You'll see my face a bunch of times. If you go to the referendum website, which is beechertunerU.org, and then /referendum information, or just click on the tab, you'll see all these videos there as well. You'll also see some other information, including a FAQ that I put together for everybody to kind of answer some questions. Okay, so that's where we're at. I wanted to reiterate some things. So thanks for watching. 6 minutes. Hopefully these keep on doing well. Take care.